you know what I wanted to ask you is about that Farrah.
Yeah.
Because you
Farrah
would know
Abraham.
you're the person to
I'm the
ask.
person.
Right. You are the person because that woman gets around. What
She
is she
definitely does.
like? So, because I see her on TikTok a lot.
Yeah.
She got kicked off Teen Mom, right?
Okay, so she got kicked off Teen Mom, and this was years ago. She got kicked off Teen Mom, and it was actually very upsetting to me because she brought a ton of drama. So losing her, the thing is, there's two different kinds of Teen Mom fans. There's Teen Mom
Mhm.
fans that are watching like, oh, these are my friends, these are nice girls, and I feel a connection to them. And then there's Teen Mom fans that are watching like me, and I'm like, get messy, make something crazy happen, right? So the Teen Mom fans that are watching, and they're like, oh, these are my friends, and like I just love watching their families grow or whatever.
Mhm.
That's annoying and those are the people that don't want people like Farrah on the show. I'm watching for
Mm.
entertainment value. I want Farrah on the show.
You are fair.
I want Farrah right now. Bring her back
Right.
right now. So they happened to fire her, and it was around the time that she had released her porn with James Dean.
Mhm.
But contrary to popular belief, she was not fired for doing porn, even though the
Mm.
timeline kind of matched up. She was fired because she was difficult to work with, and she was making it very hard for them to film. And to be honest with you, as far as what I see on Teen Mom, the only way to get fired really is to make it difficult for the crew to do their job.
So she was a pain in the ass that way.
She was awful to work with. Yeah. So they made it almost like they never really told MTV doesn't really fire you, they ghost you.
I saw the TikTok where they said something to her though.
Right, but they ghost you. Basically, they ghost
Oh.
you. They don't always they don't terminate your contract. They
Mhm.
kind of keep you on hold. They, beat around the bush a little bit because they don't want to technically fire you.
Mm.
But Farrah was 100% fired for being difficult to work with. Just the same thing as Janelle Evans, who a lot of people, there was a scandal where her husband had shot her dog. And that was around the time that she was fired. And that she was
Mhm.
not fired for that. She was fired because her husband allegedly was very unsafe for the crew to be around.
Mm.
And it was making it again difficult for them to do their jobs. But it's never, Amber Portwood's been to prison. That they're not firing her because she doesn't make it difficult for the crew to
She
do their
knows how to
job.
act. She knows how to
It's not
behave.
even knowing how to act. It's just like, if people are coming in to film you and you're sharing your story, then, if you get in trouble, you get in trouble. It's not for MTV basically to judge you. They
Right.
want you to have drama.
No, but I know what type of drama they're talking about because I've worked on set with people that can be difficult or big.
Right.
And I've
So that's
noticed
the thing.
like,
If you're making it hard for me to do my job, I cannot continue with this because it's actually putting the crew in danger. And it's not, we can't make TV.
right. And not being ready to film. Don't film yet, probably. Like she
Right.
got diva status. So
Yes,
then
and she was very, very rude to the staff and the crew and the cat. It was absolutely out of control. So that is why Farrah was fired.
So now she moved to LA because I
Mhm.
remember during the pandemic, I watched
Yes.
another video where I guess during the Black Lives Matter, people were where she was at I
A
remember
restaurant.
where she was at either a restaurant or a hotel. People were robbing downstairs
Yes.
or something. You remember
I don't
that
think,
video?
yeah, I don't think that that's what was happening. I think that she was trying to get into somewhere or something like that, and she was restrained.
No. This wasn't
Oh,
that.
okay.
She
Something
was
else.
in the apartment, which is right by the W, because I used to work out right
Okay.
over there, and people were robbing the CVS. It was during the
Oh,
Black
okay.
Lives Matter. It was that
All right.
incident.
So that was a different incident. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that was right when that happened. And then, but she seems to monetize every little thing.
I don't know how successful she is at it.
I'm kind of wondering that. That's why
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering about that.
I like
Because
Farrah.
you do, because
I
of the
get a kick out
drama.
of her. I get a
You
kick
do.
out of her. Her whole family is definitely just, a wild ride.
Mhm.
But Farrah twists things a little bit and doesn't
Mhm.
always reveal what's actually happening. When she put out her quote unquote sex tape,
Mhm.
she she said that it was a leaked personal sex tape. Now,
But
I
what a
don't
porn
know.
star. Like that
I
is
don't know. I don't know if anyone else would ever have a personal tape that was produced, like totally produced with a full crew, and she was with James Dean.
Yeah, you don't just get James Dean and that's just a one-time deal.
Right. So,
Yeah.
and she also negotiated it with Vivid Video.
Yeah,
But she claims, but see, then she'll turn, she flips the script and she's like, no, I didn't know, that was just a personal video that we did. And then it got leaked because we were in a relationship. And it's like, okay,
yeah,
there were
nobody
3 cameras.
No, yeah, no, but and the
There was a
lighting
lighting
was
guy. There was a
perfect.
lighting guy. There was
Your
a boom
makeup-
mic.
No, if you want to see a tape like of me, it'd be, I'm gonna be like, my head's gonna be fully in the floor.
But that's
I'm
what I'm
gonna be
saying.
like,
Yeah, it's gonna be
hurry up,
dark.
hurry up real quick and get it out. Come on,
Right.
I gotta go to
Get
bed.
the shot.
Yeah. Okay, you're done. Okay, and then roll over. That's my
Oh,
tape.
God. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I mean, we're very familiar with celebrity sex tapes that were leaked,
Yeah.
and it's like, look at Kim Kardashian's. I'm sure you've seen it, right?
Not really. I don't
You
care.
could barely see anything. It's it's
Oh,
a
and she-
homemade,
and
but
then
it's a
she-
home video.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Farrah's
so
was not a home video. Farrah's was a total produced
with
production.
her
It was a
makeup all-
production. It was a production. There was lighting. There was a set. She was with a porn star.
Yeah, and you don't have a relationship with a star. I'm sorry. Like,
Listen,
yeah.
she could have a relationship with a porn star. She didn't, but she didn't.
Not her.
Didn't.
Stars date other porn stars, not.
Right, but she also
yeah.
just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So that's where it's like, oh, Farrah.
Yeah. Yeah. A simpler one would have been like her drunk. So now her kid is what, 14? How old is that kid?
Yeah, it's 13 or 14, Sophia.
And people kind of question her parenting. What do you think? Because the kids, what do you think now?
I mean, here's the thing. I don't spend my day-to-day life with Farrah.
Uh-huh.
I think she puts a lot of things online that I don't know. I didn't grow up on camera at all. So it's a very strange thing to me, the choices that she makes sometimes. There was a quote when Sophia was about 3 years old, and Farrah said that they were taking time apart from each other because Sophia had her own things going on and Farrah had her things going on, and they needed space from each other. So things like that, it's like, I mean, listen, that's definitely something I would say.
Yeah.
But you should also question my parenting skills. I relate to her. I would definitely need my 3-year-old to have some space for me. Like all the space.
Any parent though, with toddlers, you do need like a break, but you don't say that I need a space from my child.
No, I mean, this was like they were taking a break from each other, like almost like they were in a relationship.
Her daughter and her at 3 years old.
That's correct.
Oh man. So is she the most kookiest one out of all those shows?
I don't necessarily know if she is the kookiest one. I think there's a lot of people that
she's just the one I happen to see the most.
She's the one that's basically very well known because she did the video.
Okay.
And there's a lot of things that she does for publicity as well. There's a lot of people that I just question on that show. I mean, Farrah is definitely one that brings great drama. And if I had the money and I had the means, I would produce it and I would bring it back. And I would make Farrah.
Oh, but she might be your worst nightmare.
Oh, she's definitely my worst nightmare.
You would have like PAs calling you daily, quitting, crying.
We would have to sedate her. But
man, that would just be like, because I can imagine, because there is a thing when people get a little bit of fame, like it just goes to their head.
I don't think it has anything to do with fame.
No. What do you think?
I think it's just who she is. I think that, we get a little bit of a taste of her mother. Her mother was, her mother's extremely religious, extremely conservative, and now also is a rapper.
Her mom is.
That's correct.
A rapper.
Correct. Her name is Deb OG. Deb's OG. She has music videos out.
Her mom.
That's correct. So, you know what I'm saying? Like we're seeing a lot of just, I don't know, odd behavior.
Oh, that's really
all
odd.
Around.
That's really, really odd.